All right, everyone, today is downpipe day. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this 5-foot piece, very expensive 4-inch aluminized piping, and run it from the back of the turbo. And now this GT45, it's a 3¼ inch, and there's a 3¼ inch to 4-inch adapter with a V-band on it. So we can run our 4-inch pipe. We're gonna come out about a foot, and we're gonna start our 45 down, and then we're gonna access this part of the inner fender. We're gonna bring it down, pass the wheel underneath, and run it along the side to the back tire. Coming out with a dual pipe somewhere in this area. So to get started, we're gonna measure out how far we wanna come off the turbo, and we're gonna cut the pipe initially at a 15-degree angle and make another 2 15-degree pie cuts. So we're gonna have a total of 45 with just a pipe and 1 pie cut, and that 45 will take us out to the bottom of the inner fender. And the key to success with this is you wanna index your pipe. Now, you can see this, that the seam on this pipe is pointed straight up. When you go to make your pie cuts, you take this, another cut straight up, and you flip the pipe over 180 degrees and take that same 15-degree cut, and you should be good to go. So we're gonna cut off the first section. It's gonna be about 6 inches coming off the turbo. We'll make our cut and our 2 pie cuts, and then see where it takes us. Okay, and after your first cut, go ahead, don't change anything, verify you're still at 15 degrees. Loosen your pipe. Move it up to the size of your pie cut, and then index this 180 degrees, so straight up and down. Retighten your tube. And make your second cut. So we should have, let me straighten this up a little. Your initial pipe coming off the turbo, 2 15-degree cuts on a 15-degree cut, which will give you a 45. And if you need to visualize what the 2 pieces look like, okay, there's how you get your 45. And if you flip this piece around, see your straight pipe. This is a double 30, this is a double 15 for 30 degrees, and this is a single 15. So together, they make your 45. And here's our first cut and pipe coming off the turbo. See, we're on a 45, so we can kind of tilt this the way we want it to point out to the bottom of the fender here. But that's it, so let's measure up the pipe we need to bring this out of the inner fender. All right, well, as it would turn out, need a little bit more than a 45, but you have to remember the long piece of pipe that we cut our pie off of, still at a 15-degree angle. So here's my downpipe, and if I could do this with one hand, it'll be a good trick. But this onto here to make it 60 is perfect. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this tacked up and we'll be right back. Okay guys, here's what it looks like welded up, and with a quick coat of some rust preventative paint on it. This was some horrible pipe from eBay for 4-inch pipe. It was the cheapest one, and now we know why, because it just burns through when you just look at it. So we had to go really, really low, small welds, go back, turn up the heat, bigger welds, turn up the heat, bigger welds, and then go back and fill in the 99 holes that it blew through. Probably the worst piece of metal I've ever tried to weld in my life, but it is done, and we got a downpipe. All right, guys, thanks. We'll see you next time. Around your bolt holes, make sure they all seal up nice, especially on the bottom.